What is up, everybody? This is the Crapper Gamer bringing you the final round of this incredible 24-hour MRE. And we were at the supper time. Now we've had, as our mains at least, beef porridge, so beef and buckwheat porridge. We've had beef, but I guess it was corned beef. This would be the best way to describe that, in a brine. Now we're going to finally try the final meal and see what's up. I have a feeling there's probably crackers in here. I'm probably not going to use the crackers. I'm tired of eating the same damn crackers. If I have any complaint with... Wow, this thing is... Oh yeah, blew open in the bottom here. It's that there's so many crackers. And I know that's cheap and an easy thing to pack. And they tend to last a long time. And this thing's been sitting for like 3 years, but I'm tired of eating them. I'm honestly tired of eating all this stuff throughout the day. It's super unhealthy too. If you saw in the previous video, I just scooped out a bunch of fat that is now sitting in the bottom of this trash bin. So I'm gonna have to starve myself for the next like 10 years. But let's open this. There's tea. I'm not gonna drink this again. I've already told you guys. There's biscuits. I mean, oh, there's definitely opened up. Look at that. That's no good. This looks fine though. So we'll hang on to this as a souvenir. Man, it's a mess. But I know that it kind of got muffed up a bit. Oh well. Okay. But I'm not going to drink the tea. I've already told you, especially now that it's getting close to the evening time. I'm not taking any caffeine. I was going to take it in the morning time anyways. But we got, this looks actually pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. Again, way too much sugar. More than you need. Oh! What are these, though? I don't know what these are. Oh, honey! Honey. Ah, I gotcha. Use the honey for the tea in the evening time to kind of calm yourself down, to kind of put yourself into a sleep. Got a napkin, and then we have one of these weird smelling wet naps. But this is honey. Anyway, that I can tell you as much. Let's see, I think it expired. I mean, it doesn't feel expired, but it is a little bit chunky. Picture's really good, though. Well, maybe we'll try one since we have two. But this is, let's look it up. Pearl beef. I don't have anything else that I can go with. Pearl beef is usually same thing. This is going to be barley and beef. So yeah, that's essentially what you're eating. Although it does look a lot better, I would say, than the other previous two. So this was the first one. This was our breakfast. Wow. Our lunch. Wow. And then we have our dinner. Like, seriously, wow. Whatever. It's been that kind of a day. I'm just trying to get through it. We all have these kind of days. Alright, let's clean it up. So far, everything seems edible, though. I haven't gotten sick yet. I would have imagined I would have gotten sick by now. So here's hoping that the final one is good. Let's open her up, and it looks just like the first one. Fantastic. Well, actually, it kind of does smell the same. Big old chunk of fat. Look at that. My goodness. Well, if you needed, it is delicious. But if you needed any fat, protein, and all those other stuff, boy, you are not hurting with these meals. And sometimes that's what you need when you're out in the field, you know. But that's all you get. This is your dinner. That's it. And you get the tea and some honey, and then you get the biscuits. But honestly, that would get really old really fast, those biscuits. Maybe when they're super fresh, they're pretty good. But I mean, all of this stuff is supposed to expire in less than a month, so. Okay. I think what breakfast was buckwheat, and this is barley. So it's more or less the same thing, but this is with barley, pearl barley, as opposed to buckwheat. Okay. Not terrible. I want to make that clear. This is not the hardest thing in the world to eat. Problem is, pretty much everything in this menu, and the hard part is there's nothing else to eat. There's no variety. At least with the American ones, you have some kind of snack. You know, those ones are single meal, but you have a snack, and a dessert, and something. Like, to me right now, the dessert is the honey, which I'm gonna try one of those now. But for the most part, it's the same damn crackers, which are pretty bitter and dry, with a pretty bitter meal. So there's no variation to any like flavors or any kind of like textures, other than the lunch meal at least was not grained. That one was just beef, but it's still that very bland kind of palate, you know, kind of taste profile. And the crackers don't help much, especially if they're in their latter phases, which I think these are. So yeah, this would be rough, but if you're only eating this for like one night, like you needed it for one day to get by, that's easy. Probably a couple days if you needed to, you know. Survival situation, that would be fine. But if you had to live off of these for a while, this would be pretty tough, because this is gonna get boring really quick. Let's see what the honey's like. I kind of want to see if it's any good. It feels good. There's a lot of crystallization, like a lot of crystallization. And I just want everyone to see that it does say, ooh, either 10/1 of 2019 or 1/10 of 2019, but considering how everything else has been, it's probably October of 2019, and I'm hoping that's when it was made. So no, I think we're good. See, if it was me, I would save this. Oops. I would save this honey as a dessert. Kind of help break up the monotony of all the like bitter, bland, bitter flavors that come in these meals. And then I'd probably drink the tea. I mean, you could drink the tea with just some sugar, although I understand the point behind it. I don't think you need that much honey in your tea. Like, give me a break. That's a lot of honey, you know? But anyways, yeah, the dinner's alright. I mean, look, that's all fat. Insane. Insane. The one thing I do like is the texture. There's a bit of a bite to the barley there, which is pretty nice. And then the beef has that, you know, it's distinctive chew, even though it's a canned meat. Honestly, the meat is significantly softer than anything else. And there's a bit of moisture. I mean, it's in there. You have to work to get into it and squeeze it back out. Which probably doesn't sound all that great. But again, this has been sitting since 2019, so you know, a few months before the actual pandemic happened. This was being made over in the Ukraine. In any case, kind of a disappointment, I'm not gonna lie, for how much it cost, but a lot of that has to do with, you know, getting it over here and whatnot. And the fact that it's supposed to be a 24-hour ration, you know, that's why it's also gonna be that expensive. Not a whole lot to it. It's very minimalist for a 24-hour ration. 24-hour ration. I could see. I mean, if you think about an American single meal ration done 3 times, that would be a lot. I mean, if you really think about it, with all the things that come in those ones. This is as bare bones as you need to. It seems like most of your calories are going to be in the mains. The crackers, I guess, are just there as a texture thing, and it's something to kind of, I guess, spread, you know, for the most part. That definitely worked with the breakfast one with the pate. You know, you get your sugar to help with the energy for most of your meals, caffeine both times with the tea and the coffee, and then the honey, like I said, helps to ease yourself and get yourself into a sleeping mood in the evening time with this Ceylon tea, which they give you twice. But it's a solid meal, solid menu, solid MRE. It's pretty rough. But that's not the point of this. This isn't a civilian one or anything like that. So yeah, what you see is what you get, and in this case, it ain't a whole lot per meal, but it gets the job done, I guess, and that's all you can ask for, especially with the environment that the Ukrainians are in, and the landscape and everything that they deal with. That makes a lot of sense. But I can tell you right now, I would get really tired of seeing these again and again and again. In any case, it's cool to finally open it. I said it was going to expire in 20 days. I've had that one for well over a year, almost 2 years now. Something like that. So, I figured I had to do it. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll have all these 3 videos posted up all at once. So yeah, you're gonna have to go through them. But if you made it to this point, thanks for watching the other 2. I would hope you watch the other 2 before you watch this one. And thank you so much. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these. I've got a couple others. I just gotta go and find them. I think I know where they are. And yeah, I will see you all soon. If you're into this kind of stuff. If not, I'll see you all in other stuff. Whether it's video games or pretty much video games. Oh, other snack related stuff. We do that stuff too. But until then, I will see you all soon. Until then, toodaloo.